Good morning, everyone. So I thought I'd do a little morning routine video because I thought it'd be interesting, especially this week, because my parents are on holiday, and so it's just me and Catherine at home, and I don't have my driving license, and today it worked out that she wasn't actually going to be able to drive me to the horses, and so I'm going to be cycling there because that's what happens. No one can drive me because they still have to be fed and poo-picked and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm going to be cycling over there, and I thought I'd bring you along for their morning routine. I just need to pack my bag for the day and get my bike out, and then I should be able to get going. Day's going well. I tried to pump up the tyres because they were a little flat and the pump is broken, so when I put it in, the tyres actually went flatter. I don't know how that happened, but it's the only way I'm going to get to the yard, so we're going to try and make it work. Whoa. Okay, so there's a bike, there's me. It's taking a lot longer than usual because the tyre is flat, but look how pretty and picturesque everything is. I've got quite a while to go. I'm hoping I get there. Look at that though, it's so pretty. So normally it takes about an hour to cycle to the horses, but with my flat tyre it almost took 2 hours, which was great fun. And the rest of my journey was basically on roads. Obviously I didn't film them because I don't have a death wish, but I did end up arriving to the horses on time, and here's me cycling. I'm not really cycling, and took my hat off and my rucksack because I had to bring water because fitness, and I started making up the feeds. So Maria's feed isn't made overnight, it's made in the morning because none of her feeds are soaked. So there's just a balancer, grabbing some chaff, which is half a scoop of chaff. I can go into more detail if you want, but it's not very interesting. So that goes into the bucket, and then we add some suspicious white powder, which is just joint supplement, then some water to make it a little bit damp, and mix it all up. And after Maria's is done, then it's on to the other horses. So we actually have apple trees at home, so all the horses get nice fresh apples in the morning. Their feeds are all made up at night, so didn't have to do anything too hard with that. So yeah, we literally just give them as many apples as we can, because the apples go bad quickly because they're apples, and so yeah, literally just chuck as many as possible into each of the buckets. That's why they've got like I don't know how many each, and then it's time to get the stables ready. So just putting the bed forward for Freddie, and then it's off to go catch them. So Freddie, along with all of the other horses, are living out during night, although that might switch over during the winter depending on how the weather goes. And Freddie and Maria just come in during the day to give them a bit of break off the mud, and in the summer it was due to shade. They just don't really need to be out completely. Freddie also really loves this stable. You'll see in a minute that he wanders in on his own because he just loves it so much. He does enjoy a bit of a snack, so he gets to eat some of the long grass outside of his field while I'm doing the fence back up, and then we are gonna go off to the stables. So there are a couple of gates that we got to get through, so we actually have to walk through the schooling field, which you've seen many a time that I ride in genuinely, because there is no school here, which is kind of fun because there's a nice big area to exercise in, which is much bigger than a normal school. So Fred goes off. I normally go do the gates while he's wandering into his stable, because he doesn't need me to show him where his stable is. As you can see, he just wanders straight in to his stable. I ran up after him to try and get that video, so I hope you appreciate it. And then I've just got to load up the wheelbarrow to get ready for doing the other ponies. So I'm just grabbing a rug for Thunder to change into, as well as the feeds for the other 3 horses. So that's all ready. I put it in the wheelbarrow because it's easier than trying to lug everything up. And then I'm just grabbing the stuff to pick up all the poo, because I'm going to be doing that in a sec as well. So when I get up to the horses, they're all ready and waiting for me. You can see Maria, Tiny and Thunder over there in the distance. They get a little bit grumpy if I'm too late, so I have to hurry up, and then I'm able to feed them. So here I am getting their buckets. Maria and Tiny are very helpful. They like to stand next to each other, and they're very polite. So Maria's bucket's down, and then we're going to feed Tiny in a second. So Tiny is actually blind, which is why in a second he walks into a fence, because he can't see where it is. He is very good at mapping out his fields though, but I do like to feed him a little bit away from the fence, just so that he doesn't end up walking into it while he's munching on his breakfast. Hey Thundy, do you want some breakfast? As you can probably see, Thunder has grated apple or sometimes carrot in his food, just because he's very fussy and won't eat it unless there's something grated into it. I've then got to change Thunder's rug, so at night he's got one with a neck cover on, and then in the day he has one for that one. I did struggle with the leg straps there because I normally forget. And then it's off to catch Maria, who comes in during the day. She always gets apples in the morning to convince her that it is okay to actually be caught. Saying that, she is 18 years old and has done FEI 3 stars, so she should understand what being caught's like. But some days she does have a little bit of a funny turn and runs away from us. So that's why we just give her some apples to convince her that coming to the stable is actually a brilliant idea. When she comes in, she does love eating all her hay and having a great time sleeping. As you can see, yeah, that's giving her apples after we got the head collar on to show her that that's when she gets caught. Then we're just going to take her into her stable. Okay, so I've got Maria, so I'm going to sort out the teenagers down in the yard, and then I will pick the fields and finish up with the 20-year-olds. You look so gorgeous. The teenagers, which are Fred and Maria, have their own routine as they come in. So they get their feet picked out every single day when they go in the stable, as it means there's less mud for me to take out the stables in the end. And Freddie then gets his rug taken off. Freddie also has his feet picked out. Maria doesn't have a rug at the moment because she was kind of fat. And so it's very important that we do not over rug her, so that she actually uses her fat stores up by just wandering around a field and keeping herself warm, as she's not being worked at the moment because she does have an injury with her leg. You just seen Freddie's bib is being taken off because he is quite narrow. Yeah, that's you. You're pretty handsome, huh?
Yes, I am.
So because he's quite narrow, sometimes he does get rubs on his shoulders, so just having the bib / anti-rub means that it's kind of like a preventative, stops him from getting rubbed. Maria also has one too when she has her rugs on, and yeah, it's just a good idea. Giving each of the horses some specific attention is also part of their routine, so all of them get a bit of a hug or a scratch so that they feel loved and cared for in their own special way. I don't know if that's cringy, but yeah, they get their feet poked out, so Fred's are being done now, and then their rugs are being put away, so there you can see Fred's bib / anti-rub, and then I'm just going to hang up his waterproof, which doesn't have any filling in it as the weather's actually been pretty nice. Next thing to do is to grab some hay for the oldies. So they get about 3 or 4 slices split between their fields. I like to tie it up with baler twine so that it's easier to carry around, kind of like a little bag. I don't know if that makes sense. I think you'll see in a minute it will make more sense. But yeah, I'm just tying it up so that it's easier to actually carry it out to the field. See, this is a bit where I have to hurry up because Thunder knows exactly what time he's meant to get his hay and starts to get quite impatient, and so I'm just gonna go deliver that. So I'm currently being chased because I've got the hay, so I better hurry up. When putting the hay out in the field, I make sure that it is very far apart, which is why I'm kind of off screen at the moment, so that he actually has to move around his field. Hey beautiful, would you like some hay? There you go. It's right by your little feet. Good boy. Now that the old boys are all happy munching on their hay, it's time for me to poo pick, which is probably my least favourite job, but it's got to be done. Not sure why I don't really like poo pick as much as the other jobs, but I don't. Anyway, I've got 4 fields to poo pick, so that's why I put it in time lapse, so that it's a lot quicker for you to watch. When I do normally poo pick, I put like a podcast or some music on, and as you can see, Tiny likes to be helpful and come and see what's going on. Sometimes he does end up walking into the wheelbarrow, but he's never knocked it over or been rude about it. He just can't see where he's going, which is totally understandable, but as you can see, he is helping me out a lot by, I don't know, pointing out where the wheelbarrow is. He is very cute and nothing he does could ever be wrong in my eyes. He does like set a little bit of attention, so he's getting a big scratch there, and he's just the cutest. I mean, Freddie is also really cute. After giving Tiny some much needed love and attention, it's then time to empty the wheelbarrow. So you've got to get up the muck heap, which is many years old, so it can be quite steep at times, but once you get up to the top, it's pretty easy to just let it down. I just want to say that I did get confused by a squirrel because you don't really hear squirrels talking. I don't know, that might just be me, but I find squirrel noises kind of confusing, so that's that. I didn't record it, but also have to fill up all the waters in the field, and after that's done, I go back down with Thunder's rug that I've changed and hang it up so that it can dry and all that stuff. Next is to give Freddie and Maria their hay nets, which they enjoy very much. Maria's in the way there, but after that, it's time to wash out the buckets so they're nice and clean. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. I'm just about to go ride because Freddie needs exercise. I am probably going to be dead though after this morning's bike ride, but hopefully I'm going to try and find a way to fix the tyre. I don't know how, but hopefully it'll happen. And if you liked the video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.